Hello everyone, this is Marjorie. Welcome to my channel. Today I am using the 4-foot Christmas tree from the Dollar Tree to make this gorgeous swag. And all I did is I actually just bent the very top part where the legs fit in, and it broke off real easy. And then I took the two most top pines. I don't know what to call them. Anyways, I bent them over and created a circle in order to have something to hang this by. Now I'm going to use this cream and rose gold colored deco mesh that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm cutting it into 30-inch pieces so I can create a ruffle with each one of those. Now, this one roll of mesh did fill out the tree just fine. Now, I am using a different angle today just because this swag is so large. So I apologize. There's going to be some things that are not completely in the frame. Like here, you can't see me cutting it, but that's what I'm doing, is I'm cutting the mesh. But I try to be more aware of what's going on with the camera as I do the video. So as I've got it cut, I just take one side and I roll it up 2-3 times, and I just use a clothespin, whatever you have as a clip, and then I just leave it rolled a few times at the bottom, and then I walk my fingers up the middle, and this is going to make a ruffle. And then all I do is I take and find a couple pines at the top, and I kind of play with it when I first put it in, because this is the first time I've used this this is the first time I've used this Christmas tree, period. And the very long stems were kind of throwing me off, so it was making it look a little weird to me. And then I was trying to see if I wanted to place the deco mesh on there horizontally or vertically, but I do just end up putting it all on horizontally. I do remove it and put it in a different place because I did not like the placement. I knew I was going to have to try to fill up the sides first, and then I would also go and fill up the very top. So like I said, 30-inch ruffles, and it actually filled out the swag really nicely to where I had 2 or 3 pieces that I was able to put in to the middle at the top to help fill it out and make it look beautiful. What I do go and do on some of the ones that's at the top of the swag, because they're so long and I don't know if I show it or not, is I actually go and trim them down. And you may not have to do it, but it was messing with me mentally. And so I went ahead and trimmed it down just for my own sanity. Now here I have these Dollar Tree, I have 5 of them, Dollar Tree large ornaments in the pink and the gold. I think I only found 2 gold and 3 pink, and that was it. At the Dollar Tree I went to, they must have sold out really fast or got them really early in, so, but it's okay. So I'm here just kind of trying to figure out the placement that I want them on. And so I kind of stagger them, but it ends up being that there's 3 that's more on one side, which are the pink ones, and then the gold ones are kind of zigzagged on the other side. You'll see what I mean here in just a minute. I did cut off the little strings that come on the ornaments because we're not hanging these, but that's up to you whether you want to do that or not. Or shoot, even if you wanted to take the top completely off and cover that, where you use that, the part where you glue down into the swag, that way you don't even see the top part. That was something that you can do as well. Now I did use quite a bit of hot glue just to be sure it's nice and snug on there. I use the Gorilla hot glue and I think it works very well. I've never had any issues with it. So I think this will definitely hold up. But here in Texas, it gets cold, but if it's not windy, it's better. But it's just our winters get really windy, and so I just wanted to make sure that those ornaments stayed in place. So here I'm going to make a bow. I got this really cute ribbon from Ross, actually, and it's Betsy Johnson. I don't recall ever seeing any ribbon from her brand. But, around Christmas time, don't skip out on Ross and stuff like that because sometimes they will actually have ribbon. I've gotten ribbon there multiple times, and the ribbon is actually good quality. This was a 10-yard roll for $3.99. I mean, you can't beat it. So what I'm doing is I'm just making an 8-inch tail, and then I am making two 6.5-inch loops, and then I made a really long tail. I don't know how long it was. I didn't measure it. And then with this beautiful cream glitter ribbon, I had actually got this from Hobby Lobby, and I try to match the tail, the long tail, and then I do 6.5-inch loops on. No, sorry. I went from 6.5-inch loops to doing 6-inch loops on both sides, and then I'll do an 8-inch tail. And then I do come in with a 1.5-inch cream and rose gold wired ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby as well. And I just use that as the last ribbon in this bow. But it kind of has like little pink glitter that's in it. It's not very much, and it doesn't come off the ribbon, so I really like that. I thought it gave it just another little cute touch to it. So then I make my last loops about another, half-inch short, so about 5.5 inches. And then I take a pipe cleaner, which I don't think I show you. I think I use a pipe cleaner and tie it together. And I made the mistake of not making it long enough. So what I do is I take a green colored pipe cleaner and I actually cut it in half, and then I twist it one on each of the white ends to make it longer. And here's where I'm realizing, okay, I don't think this is going to be long enough to where my bow is not sinking in. It was just barely too short. But I opted to go with the green pipe cleaner to add on the end because I thought it was going to blend in better with the swag. So after I got it on, the bow that is, I just take and loop my 3 ribbons, and I just find a couple of twist ties and add them in there. And then here I am doing the same process, but I'm actually going to cross it over on the swag. And you see those little cute picks that I got from Hobby Lobby. We'll be incorporating those into the wreath as well. And my apologies, I'm a little off frame here, but I'm just doing the same process. I made a loop and I just find a couple ties and add it into the ties. And then I'm just going to dovetail the ends of the ribbon, and then we'll be moving on. So here I'm going a little bit faster because this is where I start adding in all of the picks. I just cut them and start distributing throughout the swag, just finding the right placement and just using some hot glue and attaching them. So rather than talk your ear off, I'll just let you watch. So here, I just wanted to add some more ribbon into the swag. And all I'm doing is taking and making one large loop. My apologies, I did not measure the loops, but I think I made all the loops the same, just fairly large, and then left some of the ribbon at the end. And then I just find a place, and well, again, I'll be out of frame for a little bit, but you can see basically what I'm doing. I'm just putting the 3 loops in a tie, and then I'm just spreading them out a little bit, and then I will just weave the rest of the ribbon tails into the swag. So I got these beautiful ficus leaves from Craft Outlet and thought I would incorporate these in here. And then it's basically the rest of what I'm doing. So here it is. I think it turned out amazing. I love it. You guys let me know what you think. Thank you for stopping by and spending time with me, and I hope that you all have a very blessed week.